What's going on?
With the recent pre-releases coming out and the starter decks coming out later this week, I thought it'd be good to, take these starter decks and open them up and break it down card by card and see which ones are going to be good in certain decks and what cards are going to go into your bulk pile. I already did a video on the Wolf of Friendship, so go check that out if you haven't already. And then now we're going to be doing the starter deck Dragon of Courage. Alright, so like I said, like in the Metal Garurumon video, we're just going to go through card by card explaining which ones, what cards will be good in certain decks and all that stuff. So, first is the Koromon. This is the egg of the deck. It has all turns when a target attack is switched. This Digimon gains 1000 DP to the end of the turn. So this allows you to, if you're playing a blocker style deck or a raid, because the raid mechanic and the blocking mechanic all are, you do an attack to something else and it's like those two effects are switching the attack target. So that would give it a plus 1000 DP. So if you're playing like Raid Garurumon from BT12, I did hit record. Okay, good. So if you're playing like a Raid War Greymon deck from BT12, being able to swing and redirect attacks and change them gains you 1000 DP. Another deck I would see this card could be running in is Machinedramon. Machinedramon really doesn't ever really digivolve up from level 3 to level 6, but if it did, or there are certain situations where it would, maybe the new build it will change that way. You're getting another 1000 DP, so just making your guy bigger when it's a blocker is real helpful. For like the War Greymon decks, I really don't feel like there's just other Koromons that are better. But if you're playing like a mono black, this one's really good for that. So I would say if you're playing like a big blocker focused deck, this is a really good card to have. And if you're playing more of the Machinedramon might run this, and also if you're playing like a mono black War Greymon, this would also be good. So now we're going to get into level 3s. The next level 3 is a 3-cost 2000 DP Evos on a black Digimon for free. Is Clear Agumon. He looks like a piece of a Lego. Clear Agumon has the inheritable reboot. So if you just want to generically give reboot to your deck, throw this card in there. It's really easily done. It's not conditional. It's just, hey, here's reboot. Boom. And reboot lets you on your opponent's turn unsuspend your Digimon that has been suspended. So, boom. Yeah, I would say if you're running like a really black blocking style deck, this is good. And if you're just playing your deck and you're just, man, I really need a reboot and I got to figure out a way to do it, and you got openings in your level 3 department, you can throw this card in there. Next, level 3 is Solarmon. He is a 3-cost to play 0 Evo 2000 DP Digimon. He has the on play, reveal the top card of your deck if it's black, add it to your hand. If not, trash it. So it's a search. It's a searching card, and I think it's really good. It is a machine in trait. That says machine right there. So Machinedramon's going to use this. Like, this is hands down. It gives them more search, more hits for their trashing machines or cyborgs. This, hands down, will be in Machinedramon. I have no doubt in my mind. It's a really strong card for searching, and it plays into that. Because Machinedramon runs like maybe 2 to 3 mono red cards, so they would get trashed. But for Machinedramon, having your level 5s in trash is not a problem, because you're doing that already. So it's helping your gameplay and what you're trying to do. So I really see this being run in that. And it's nice you get 4 of it with one starter deck. Next level 4 is a 4-cost 0 Evo 4000 blocker. It is Toy Agumon. It has the same as the purple deck. When this attacks a player, you lose 2 memory. So, traditional blocker attacking with the said blocker, you lose it. You lose memory. But having a level 3 blocker, I've always been very hit or miss with them because there's so much removal for level 3s that it feels like, what's the point of even having this blocker out? But if you're playing a deck that protects blockers from effects, like Craniumon, maybe it's good to have a level 3 blocker. So throwing it in there might be good. I love this art. I'm just a sucker for this Lego Agumon being demolished. I think it's funny. I love this art. Favorite art almost of the entire deck for sure. So the last level 3 of the deck is 2 of the Agumon. You only get 2 with the starter deck. 3 cost, 0 Evo, 1000. He digivolves over any Coromon regardless of the color for free. Starting main phase, your opponent has Digimon in play, you gain a memory, just like the Gabumon. But it's inheritable as all turns when a target attack is switched, you get to gain a memory. So if you're playing like a blocker focus deck, this card's great because every time you change the attack to your blocker, you're gaining a memory. So you may be able to pass turn with that, or even if you have the raid and you're swinging with this, you're able to gain memory off raid, so just extend your turns longer. So either way, it's a really good card. They only give you 2 of it, so I feel like most decks that run this are going to probably run 4, but I could be wrong. Now we're going to get into the level 4s. So level 4s, the first one we're going to talk about is Mechanorimon. He's a 4 cost, 2 Evo, 5000 DP Digimon. No effect on him, just he has the inheritable of Reboot. So again, if you need more Reboot in your deck and you got level 4 openings, throw them in there. And the 4 hard cost is isn't too shabby. So yeah, that's all I can say. I would say maybe probably I could see Machine Dramon running this again because it has the machine and trait, but that's really most of the deck I feel that are gonna run it. Next is 4 of the Tankmon. Tankmon is a 5 cost Evo with 2000 DP, 6 or 5 hard play, 2 Evo cost, 6000 DP Digimon. It has Cyborg as a trait, so Machine Dramon can run this. It has no inheritable, but it has the effect of jamming. Jamming allows you to swing in security. Doesn't matter what the DP is of your guy. No matter what theirs is, it's living. Unless an option card kills it. That's the only way. So, just being able... This card really pairs well with the little bit of Reboot. So, you're able to just, Digivolve into Tank Dramon and Raising, promote it up, swing, kill something, and then maybe Digivolve over it, and then you have Reboot. So... if you want to add more jamming into your black decks, I say this is a great card to throw in there. But other than that, that's all it really does. So last level 4 of the deck is 2 of the Greymon. So it's a 6 card play, 2 Evo, cost 5000 DP Digimon. It digivolves over any Agumon in name for 3. Level 3 Agumon in name for 2 Evo. So it doesn't matter the color. Security, same as the Garurumon. You may play 1 Agumon or 1 Tamer with Taikami in its name from your hand or trash. So if it's in security, then it just adds that value. It has blocker, so it can just be a defensive card. And then it also has, when the target attack is switched, you gain 1 memory. So if you're playing blocking decks, this card's in there. Like, it's just so good to be, and you're playing War Greymon. Being able to switch the target and possibly gain, if you have this with the Agumon 2 memory, is really strong. So I say it's going to be in those decks. It might not, because if you didn't know, there's a lot of Greymons in the game. So there's a lot of stuff to pick from when you're trying to build any type of a Greymon tribal. But I think it's a strong card, and I don't really feel the security thing is going to happen all the time. But when it does, it's going to be nice. Like, you're not going to complain. So yeah, they only give you 2 with that card. Now we're going to get into the level 5s of the deck. There are 4 of the Nightmon. Nightmon's a 6 play cost, 3 Evo, 7000 DP. On play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 5 or less. So, where I see this card being played, which is a little bit of a rogue deck now, but I think Lord Nightmon is going to play this card because it has the warrior and trait, so it's going to be able to play that requirement of playing out a warrior. And you're deleting stuff on board. Granted, if you play this Nightmon, you're not going to be able to digivolve into Lord Nightmon per se, because it's a yellow and he's black. But just being able to play bodies out for free and adding more of the warrior and trait for that deck, I think is really strong. I actually want to double check that. Alright, I stand corrected about the Nightmon thing. because it's a yellow warrior in trait. So this card doesn't work in that at all. I wanted to see if you guys would comment down below before I actually got to explain that. I definitely just looked that card over and I was wrong there. Hey, it happens. So now it's just like maybe a Zwart deck would use this to be able to delete stuff, but I think it's going to be a bulk card. Next card is 4 of the Andromon. Andromon is a 7 hard play, 3 evo, cost 7,000 DP. Has a when digivolving effect and de-digivolving one of your opponent's Digimon, which is cool. And then it has the heritable of Reboot. He's a cyborg in trait, so Machine Dramon could run this because it is a level 5, and that's more what Machine Dramon's for. So if you need to add more Reboot to your Machine Dramon decks, there you go. It's a good, you can just throw it in there. Boom. Alright, last level 5 of the deck is Metal Greymon. He's an 8 cost, 3 evo, 8,000 DP Digimon. He digivolves over any level 4 Greymon in name for 3, so it doesn't matter the color. It has blocker, just as is. And then it's inheritable security tech +1. So allowing you to do, you can be real defensive and really aggressive all in the same go. So if you're playing, I could see this card being thrown in there. There's a lot of Metal Greymons out that are really strong. He's a cyborg in trait, so again, this could be thrown into Machine Dramon. There could be a place, but the Metal Greymon, the red and black Metal Greymon, that lets you play out Tamers and it has raid and it gives piercing, is just really strong. There's other Metal Greymons that are just kind of better than this one, but if you want to throw it in as, I don't think it's ever going to be the main Metal Grey, but it could be a side one. So yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna try to play test this in my main deck and see if I can make that work, because you can't knock that the security attack +1 isn't appealing. So now we're gonna get into the level 6s of this deck. There are 4 High Andromon. High Andromon's 11 on play, 4 evo, cost 12,000 DP Digimon. On play has blocker, and when digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 8 or less. Just to let you delete. 8 cost or less Digimon, which is always strong. It's a blocker, so you could maybe, if they had 2 things on board, digivolve into it, delete the lowest guy, and then have this big blocker out to be able to deal with the other body on board. It's really good for the starter deck. In starter deck play, I would say, but like overall, do I think that this card's going to be like impact and utilized? I could see if you're a High Andromon stan and you really want to throw it in there, throw it in. But I really think this is going to be more of a bulk card. Again, prove me wrong, comment down below. Alright, last level 6 that they give you is 2 of the War Greymon Ace. 6 play cost, 3 evo, 11,000 DP. Digivolves for 3 over any Greymon, level 5 with Greymon in name. It has the hand counter blast Digievolution, so if they attack on their turn and you have a level 5 on field, you can blast Digivolve into the War Greymon Ace. And then all turns, it has all turns effect, and when a card is removed from the security stack, you get to unsuspend it. So it plays into, on your turn, if you swing at this and do your checks, security has been removed. You get to unsuspend him and either swing again or keep him up as a blocker. Or on the other token, say they got three bodies on board, you got one security, you block the first one, they hit security with the second one, and then this guy unsuspends, and then you get to block the third one and you don't lose. Again, new players, the ace mechanic's a strong thing to look into and get used to because it's not going anywhere. But having the overflow -4 if this thing dies it can hurt you, and it only being 11,000 DP instead of 12, making it so it's a little weaker than other War Greymons. But overall, if you have a deck to where they don't have a way to get rid of it, and this can get you games because you're able to get into it for free. But again, it's a loan. Ace mechanic is a loan, so you're getting into it. You're gonna pay it back eventually, unless you win game. Then you don't have to. That's what we call filing for bankruptcy. So, stupid joke aside, you get 2 of it if you need it. But again, like I said before in the last video, if you haven't checked that out, We got these as box toppers for BT13, so if you've already been playing the game for some amount of time, you probably already have these cards. So you don't really need to get the starter deck to get these cards. And they're not expensive if you order them. But yeah, that's it. Ace Mechanics going nowhere. I feel like it's going to be something to where we're going to be seeing it for the near future. It seems like it's Bandai's new game mechanic they want to play into. So now we're going to get into the Tamers. Like I said, there are 4 types of cards in this game. There's Tamers, there's Digimon, option cards, and eggs. So this is the starter deck's going to give you a little taste of all of that. So here, it's a 4-cost black Tamer, Taikamiya. I'll start your main turn. If you have less than 2 memory, set you to 3, so he's a memory setter, which those are important. And at all turns, when a target attack is switched, by suspending this Tamer, you get to draw a card and gain 2000 DP. This card is going to be abused in Machine Dramon. It's just so good. Machine Dramon can already redirect attacks. Now you're redirecting attack, gaining DP, and drawing a card because, you know, bricking is kind of a thing that happens in the deck sometimes. This card, hands down, is going to be thrown in there. I doubt it won't be. You could throw this into any blocking deck. Any deck that revolves around blocking, this card's going in there. It's good. Really good for it, actually. And you could say you could throw this into Wergarumon. You could say that you could throw this in the War Greymon, the Raid War Greymon deck, because you'll just be able to gain that 2000 DP and swing and drawing cards. So drawing cards, gaining DP, you can't beat those. And a memory setter, this card's really good. And being a Taikamiya is sweet because that's my name. Right, now we're going to get into the option cards that you receive. You receive 4 of the Trident Arm. 6 cost. Digivolve 3 to one of your opponent's Digimon. Then, at the end of your opponent's turn, one of your opponent's Digimon gain. At the start of your main phase, this Digimon attacks. This card, I think, would be really good in like any blocking deck, especially if you pair that up with the inheritables of the Greymon, the Agumon. You might be able to say they give you 5 memory for some reason. You play this card, put them to 1. They have to swing with their one guy. So then they swing with it. Boom. You're able to block it because you de-digivolved it, so it's not going to be strong. Because at the start of their main phase, they have to attack. And then you block, kill it, and then pass turn. Because you gain 2 memory. It's a cool combo. And also pairing this up with the Ace cards. This one's actually more impactful for the current Ace cards than the other starter deck's option card, because you de-digivolve it. So you de-digivolving an Ace card, this makes this a 2-cost. 2-cost, de-digivolve 3, make them have to swing. That's security at the start of their main phase. So if you have a blocker on field, easy win. You're easily going to kill something and then move on. So yeah, I think it's a cool card. I think it's really good for the starter deck format. I could see Machine Dramon playing this again, because they might throw this as a one-of, because they really don't have to worry about like the DP and stuff, but just having that effect of starting your main phase, make them attack. Another deck I could see this getting run in is Chessmon, which is kind of a rogue deck, but Chessmon really focuses on their blockers dying so they can play out more things for free. So I could see that getting thrown into a Chessmon deck, and I actually think that'd be a really cool combo. Last 2 cards of the starter deck is a 4-cost Breakthrough of Courage. If you've seen the anime, he's about to touch an electric wall here, and he's nervous it's going to shock him, and they're saying if he touches the right spot, it's not going to, so he's got to be courageous, hence the name. Cool. Well, learn now a little bit. When you have a Tamer with Taikamiya in its name, you can play this option card with color requirement. So if you have a red tie, you can still use this card, which is cool. Has the main effect to unsuspend one of your Digimon. Then, one of your Digimon with Greymon in its name isn't affected by opponent's Digimon's effects. Tongue tie. Alright, let's just say you have a Greymon on field. You swing with it, it survives, whatever. Then you play this out, you unsuspend it. Now it doesn't get affected. So say it's level 4 Greymon. They come out with their starter deck, Wergarumon, and they're able to trash one card to delete a level 4. And they can't do that because this card prevents effects from happening on your opponent's turn. They give you 2 of this. I really don't see this being... The unsuspending is awesome. If you're not playing a Greymon deck, then this card's kind of useless in that department. Minus, you get the unsuspend, which is cool. But I would say Greymon decks are going to run this. If they do, they might not, because Greymon decks are usually tight on listings. But it's worth giving it a shot in a Greymon deck, I would say. So that is the starter deck. These are the cards I feel that are going to be impactful, that are honestly kind of the stronger cards of the said starter deck. So if you liked the video and you thought it was informative and it helped you out, maybe check out the other one so you can figure it out which one you'd rather play. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.